Hello guys, and we are here with a really interesting yet really fun deck. We are here with the legendary 6 Samurai. Really old, but yet still really fun, and what I have found is now that a lot of the decks that really stopped and were made to put an end to the 6 Samurais are now gone, and so there's just new monsters that don't really have much to stop 6 Samurais, because the meta has changed. And so they have their ability to swarm. They have their ability. There's nothing stopping them from swarming. Not a lot of people run Kaiser. If anything, you're seeing Vanity's Emptiness, and that can be gotten around in a variety of different ways. And this deck is just really nice, and it's been doing better than what I thought it would. And against certain matchups, I've only faced Cliffos once, and I beat them. But I think it's because the guy locked up his scales having 2 tools. I had no clue why he did that. He did, and that was just a silly thing for him to do. But pretty much what we can see here, just from the deck, is that it's just all swarm. So let's just go in. Great Shogun Cheyenne. He pretty much says that your opponent can only activate 1 spell trap card per turn, and if you negate it with Cheyenne or Natura Beast, they are allowed to activate another one because those cards negate the activation, so it's not considered to have been activated. And then Enchi, I like Enchi because you banish 2 and then he can just every turn destroy a monster. To me that's just really nice ability to have, because if you can attack or you can get over your opponent's monsters, yet they're able to be destroyed, Enchi's the guy to do it. Grandmaster just for some more swarm power, and then triple Kaizen because his swarm power helps get out those rank 4s. That's really nice. And then as for the other level 4 6 Sams, we have Iru. He can be great against Shaddolls, seeing how he will destroy them and prevent them from getting their flip effect. Can be really nice. Enchi's really nice because he can return monsters to the deck. So, oh no, not to the deck, to the hand. So extra deck monsters, they just get wrecked by him, and he's just really nice to have that just by banishing 2 6 Sams. And then go along with him, we do have the Grand Mole over here, just as a text. And then we have Spirit. Some people don't like Spirit, but yet I found that if you can get him out with Cheyenne, he's great draw power. You're just gonna draw, and then you're gonna get that field that you need. And then we have 2 Elders, really great for getting out of first turn Cheyenne. 2 Kagekis. He's pretty much how you get out Cheyenne. Summon Kageki, summon Kagamusha, synchro for 5. And then we have the 2 Maxi against a variety of decks that like to swarm. If I were to play a match, I would side these out against Cliffos. That would be pretty much the deck, because while they do special summon with that pendulum, you would only draw 1, so you wouldn't get as big of a boost from it. What are you doing, computer? Anyways, we have Kagamusha here. His effect really isn't important. He's level 2 tuner, yet if you want to know his effect, if exactly one face-up 6 monster you control is targeted, you can change the target to this face-up card instead. Yeah, pretty much he's a level 2 tuner, so you can make your level 5 synchro a little bit easier, specifically Cheyenne. And then we're running 1 Cheyenne Squire. We're running Cheyenne Squire because sometimes you open up to those hands with Dojo and a level 4 monster. So you activate Dojo, summon a level 4, get rid of Dojo, summon out Cheyenne Squire, and then you can sync for a level 5 synchro, which to me is nothing but a good thing to do. It just helps overall in getting Cheyenne out faster. Because the thing that makes Cheyenne so good is the fact that he can negate both spell and trap cards. So that just uses up a lot of your opponent's resources. And then we have the double rotor and the Cheyenne Smoke single. This is just search power. There's 5 cards to search, which is really nice. And then we're running 1 6 strike triple impact. This card's absolutely amazing. It could at the best Harpy Feather Duster or reject your opponent's field, and at the worst it could just destroy like a face-up, all of the face-up spell and trap cards your opponent controls, which is just absolutely amazing. And then you have Asceticism. Asceticism's really nice because, as an example, if you had Elder, you can target Elder with Asceticism and then special summon a monster that has 400 or less attack, such as Kagamusha, and then you can synchro for a 5 because 2 plus 3 is 5. So Asceticism is really nice for searching out and summoning those monsters. And then Cheyenne's Dojo. this works, you activate it, and then every time you summon a 6-Sam monster, you place a Bushido counter on this card, send it to graveyard to special summon a 6-Sam or Cheyenne monster from your deck whose level is equal to or lower than the number of Bushido counters on this card. So you summon, let's see, Kajaki, and you didn't open up with Kagamusha, yet you opened up with Enchi, then you can use Kajaki's effect to summon Enchi, get rid of Dojo to summon out Kagamusha. So that can be really, really nice. And I do believe you can also summon out Great Shogun Shen, yet you'd have to get 7, and I've never gotten that high. And then you have the Pot of Greed here, 6-Sam United. Does the same thing when when a 6 Samurai monster is normal special summon, you get counters, which is really, really nice. And then you can send it has a max of 2, send it to the graveyard with 2 to draw 2 cards. Or you could send it with 1 to draw 1 card, so it can be an upstart, yet I normally like to send it to draw the 2. And then as for our stun, we have Bottomless, 2 Deep Prisons. If you want, you can take this out for Deep Dark Trap Hole. It's just that here on Death Row, sometimes you see a variety of random decks, and Deep Prison hurts a lot of decks. Yet if you know you're going to be facing Cliffos, if you know you're going to be facing Shadows, then I'd recommend running Deep Dark Trap Hole. And then you have Compulse, and then I don't even want to pronounce this card, Mizuzaki Magatama. Pretty much it negates any card effect that would destroy a card, which includes MST, which can be nice, yet is also good against like Shadows because of Nephilim or Contrast effect, or whatever her new name is. I just call it Nephilim. You can activate this and just destroy it, because like these 6-Sams can have an interesting matchup against Shadows because they can negate a Shadow fusion, which means they need to have another one in order to activate that. And if you have this card, then even if they make Nephilim, which is probably what they do, you could get over Nephilim and you'd still have your Cheyenne. And then as for the Exu deck, we have Leo, just because he's a 31 beater, so he can run over things and he can be really hard to get rid of. Stardust, because he can negate things for days. Moonlit Rose Dragon is really nice. I found that I have been in situations where I can go for low level 7 plays, and that can be really nice. Goyo, I've won games just because I made Goyo. Even if I'm taking a XZ monster, it's still nice because now my opponent loses the monsters in their grave, which is just absolutely perfect for me. And then we have Barkion, really, really nice. Because he will negate traps just by banishing 2 cards in your graveyard, so you can banish stuff like Rhoda, Cheyenne Smoke Singles, things that you know you're not going to use again, just to negate traps. And then you have 6 Cheyenne. His effect is, once per turn your opponent activates a spell or trap card, you can negate the activation and destroy it. If this face-up card would be destroyed, you can destroy another one, so he can get around Fire and Ice Hand, because if they target him, you can get rid of another one and they wouldn't be allowed to get that special summon. So that can be very interesting for you and very beneficial. And so if they know that, then the Fire and Ice Hand will have to go ahead and target the other ones. And there's a variety of other 6 Samurais that have that effect also. Librarian, I don't make Librarian one. If you want, you can take them out. I just put them in here because maybe I can make that one play where I could synchro a whole bunch. Who knows? 2 Armadis, because Armadis is really nice in this format right now, because a lot of cards activate during the damage step, so getting in those attacks can be really, really nice. And then you have Natura Beast, just to negate most spells. I like Natura Beast a little bit better than Cheyenne, because it can continuously negate those. Yet if you have either Barkion and Cheyenne out, or either just a combination of any of those, your opponent's going to have a really hard time trying to get over that unless they use a monster effect. And then you have Dark Rebellion XZ Dragon. This card will get over any monster that has a really high amount of attack. Ragnar Zero, and it's just great draw power and can just help you plus. Heartland Draco can be really nice. You do have some face-up spell cards that you could just let sit on the field and allow it so that way he can be attacked, so you could get in multiple attacks for 2000. Castel, he just returns cards to the deck, so he's really nice in that aspect. And I've just been able to win games because of him. And then here's the interesting one, MX Saber Invoker. I've really At first I wasn't running any rank 3s, but then I saw myself being in those situations where I needed to have rank 3s, and what I found is that using MX Saber, you can just detach one to turn pretty much any of your level 3, because he requires 2 level 3s, into a level 4 of a Kaizon. That's the only monster you can special summon with him, so he can allow for you making rank 4 plays just a little bit quicker. And that is pretty much the 6-Sam deck. It's still the same plays that it's made forever, pretty much. Well, I was really hoping Cheyenne would go up to 2, because if Cheyenne went up to 2, then I feel more players would play 6-Sams, and I think they'd actually do decent. Yet when it all comes down to it, 6-Sams do need more support if they ever want to play competitively again. Specifically something that they can use to stop monster effects. They can stop traps, which are really big today. Traps are really big, yet they need something to stop monster effects. And this is pretty much the deck. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Stay tuned for the duel. I've just been having really fun. Even if I do lose, I've just been having really fun. And it just pretty much seems if they get over Cheyenne one way or another, then I will lose. That's how it works, because I can't make another one. I can't do anything else after that, pretty much. But if they can't, if Cheyenne is just too much of a problem for them because I'm just getting rid of all their resources, then maybe they can't, because Cheyenne plus Great Shogun Cheyenne, or even just this guy on his own, pretty much says the opponent can't pendulum summon, because they activate one of the pendulum scares, and then they can't activate the other one. And then they can't activate any spells also, so now this guy's just pretty much just wrecks pendulums. And then with him, he will negate one, so your opponent has to have 2. So against Cliffos, it can cause a lot of different problems for them if they don't have the right cards right away. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile. We'll stay tuned for the duel. This deck is doing way better than I thought it would. I mean, it's doing the same plays, it's just that it's able to get them out and nothing's really stopping them. It's just a question of, can my opponent get over them now? And I feel for the most part, yeah, there's a lot of ways that they can get over them. Yeah, this deck can also have a variety of backup or ways to protect their monsters. Not backup plays. If this deck can't get a comeback to save its life, but yet, if you have your cards like Bottomless and you have your traps, then you might be able to prevent or stop your opponent's plays. Hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. We'll stay tuned for the duel. See you guys later. Bye. Hey, if you could click on the links on the annotation to see the duel with this deck or some of my other videos, that would really help. And check out the links in the description to watch some of me and my friends' videos, and even something that could help make this deck a reality for you. See you guys later. Bye.